The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Height Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
From Weatherby Complex here at Hampden Academy in beautiful downtown Hampden, welcome to the Score's coverage of the Class D football championship game today as the Foxcroft Academy Ponies take on the Winslow Black Raiders. I am Mike Violet. Good morning. Welcome to our broadcast. Hope you have some coffee, maybe a bagel or a donut to go with things. He's AJ Knight, and we are joined by the Rigneys today, Mr. and Mrs. Tyler and Mary, working camera and our graphics respectively. And much like last night, AJ Knight, we have one opponent that comes into the game undefeated. That would be the Foxcroft Academy Ponies.
Yep.
And another opponent that's had an up-and-down regular season. Part of the down part of the season was being blown out 35-3 by these Ponies in a game that you can find in the Score archives on YouTube at Central Maine Sports or at centralmainsports.com in the vault. So it's a long way since week 3, but as I referenced that game last night, a very similar dynamic, a team blowing out another team, and the team that was blown out trying to make the appropriate changes in order for that not to happen today.
Yeah, carbon copy, right? Last night for Lawrence against Falmouth, you feel like the game script for your upset, quote-unquote, has to go a specific way, maybe force a turnover, definitely have to get the running game going, really slow down the game, and burn out the possessions and go from maybe 8 to 10 offensive possessions normally in a game, 6 to 7 if not less. And I'm going to reiterate this, very important no matter what, but especially after what we saw last night, cannot turn over the ball. Cannot do that.
You cannot turn over the ball if you're the Winslow Black Raiders, that's for sure. Last week, Winslow blew out John Bapps. We had it on the score, 56-34. Meanwhile, Foxcroft Academy shutting out Old Town to get here 29-0. But let's talk about that Winslow win over John Bapps. They ran wild. Liam Fortin broke the first running play, the first play from scrimmage for a 74-yard touchdown, and Winslow was on their way. And Hassan Hobby, I don't know how many yards they had. We lost track after a while. They piled them up and piled them up. and piled them up. And we talked last night about Lawrence's capability of doing that as well, with Colton Carter having such a great year, having 90-yard touchdown runs and such. Those are great, and you'd certainly like to get one of those, but you'd rather today, if you're Winslow, to have a 10-play, 90-yard drive rather than a 90-yard touchdown, just to keep this Foxcroft Academy offense, which is averaging over 32 points a game, off the field.
Yeah, sustained long drives to, again, melt that game clock, like you said, against, I think it was Madison, actually, in that first playoff game. And you're seeing the highlights for Winslow against their first two opponents, Madison and then John Baptist last week. Had was a back-breaking drive. They got the ball down at the 1, go 99 yards, consume like 9.5 minutes a game clock. Felt like the game was there. But to give you some numbers, I can tell you, I did tally them up. So against Madison, Hobby goes for 225. Fortin goes for 92, so they go over 320. Against John Baptist, you think, 320 is pretty good. They can't do that again. How about the fact that Fortin himself goes for 331 against John Baptist, and then Hobby, not to be too far behind, he goes for 200. So in two postseason games, Fortin and Hobby have combined for over 800 yards, nearly 900 rushing yards.
Yeah, 530-plus last week, 4 touchdowns. Winslow did what it wanted to do against John Baptist, and that was run the football. That's what they want to do. This double wing, when it's running well, it is really, really a fun offense to watch. I know a lot of people don't think it's that sexy, and a lot of people think it's archaic and back to the Flintstones age. But, when it's run well, it's a really fun offense to run, and nobody who was at the game or watched the game on the score last week can say that game wasn't entertaining in the double wing, because Winslow ran the double wing just the way somebody drew it up 100 years ago.
Well, no, Fortin starts the game off. He goes 67 yards to the house at 7-0. He has over 200 yards at half as he had a monster carry. He only has 2 touchdowns. Oh, but the second one goes 71, 72 yards to the house. So he had a bunch of big plays. And for Winslow, hopefully that's something they can bring in against Foxcroft Academy, because last week against John Baptist, Hobby really got off to a slow start, really couldn't find any yards on the ground. Fortin, of course, was ripping off huge chunks. Second half, Fortin really couldn't get going as they sort of adjusted, the Crusaders' defense adjusted him. And then, of course, Hobby runs for most of his 200 yards in the late second quarter, late second half as John Baptist tried to adjust. So either side, Winslow hoping to be able to find the weakness, or maybe who Foxcroft might over-pursue and lean on the other guy until make them force basically an adjustment.
Griffin Caruso at quarterback for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. In the first meeting of these two teams, had a great game. You were there, AJ. 9 of 12, 3 touchdowns, 171 yards. He had a dynamic game on the ground. His offense piled up the yardage and piled up the points, 35 points. They can do a lot of things. Lucas Sands had 3 catches for 115 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Finn Holmes, 99 yards rushing and a score, and you get the idea. We talked again. Falmouth came into the game last night. 7 touchdowns in the first meeting against Lawrence, 7 different players. Last night, 5 touchdowns, 5 different players. Foxcroft Academy has that same kind of element in its offense.
As we show you the highlights, which just end up being Foxcroft Academy, as they dominated that first game with Winslow. Sands, obviously, that previous touchdown, catches a little in route, takes it to the house. Running back touchdown here. And then all of a sudden, second half kind of took their foot off the gas. They go Wildcat. Harvey, who plays receiver, had a monster game defensively in that one. I think he had 2 picks and recovered a fumble. Ends up being the Wildcat quarterback and running in for a touchdown there. That was in the second half as Foxcroft Academy really dominated the first half of that one, pretty much did what they wanted offensively, and then just kind of took their foot off the gas in the second half. But to your point, yes, Sands is a big, fast receiver, got a really good running back. Harvey's in the slot. He's quick as a receiver. They're loaded.
They are, both teams on the field, about ready to get introduced by our public address announcer this afternoon, Mr. Bob Beetham. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. More of our pregame show before the Class D football title game between those Winslow Black Raiders rushing the field right now and the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. More in a moment on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our score crew back here live at the Weatherby Complex here at Hampden Academy High School in Hampden. Today's game brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now at CMCC. The officials for this morning's ball game. It is still just 10:59. The referee is David Vayu. The umpire, John O'Neill. The head linesman is Jim Van Uden. The line judge is Rick Perry. And the back judge is Mark Hoover as they run down the ground rules now for these captains and the head coaches, Wes Littlefield, of course, from Winslow High School, and Danny White, not that Danny White, but the other Danny White, the Danny White from Foxcroft Academy of the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, coming toward you right now.
Just a couple last-minute numbers here, Mike, as you watch the coin flip here. Winslow's magic number still is, I think it's 22. I had it written down. If they don't score more than 22 points, they have lost the game. On the other side for Foxcroft Academy, they have not given up more than 20 points in a game. They've only given up more than 8 points 3 times. Meanwhile, they've scored at least 20 points in all but one game and 29 or more in 6 of their 10.
The Foxcroft Academy Ponies are the home team here today. Winslow has won the toss, and Winslow is going to receive. So the Raiders wearing their white jerseys with the black numbers and the black pants and the orange helmets, and the Foxcroft Academy Ponies in the maroon and the white. And we are just about set to go here at the Weatherby Complex, which is a terrific place. Hampton Academy High School is really a terrific school with a great athletic complex. Right behind us is Bordick Field, of course, named after former Baltimore Orioles shortstop Mike Bordick, who went to Hampton Academy.
Here we go again, Mike. Similar to last night's game, right? Lawrence started with the ball, a chance to try and punch Falmouth in the mouth.
Yep.
Turn the ball over their first drive. Winslow going to start with the ball, chance to punch Foxcroft Academy in the mouth and set the tone.
Wes Littlefield hoping to not do what Lawrence did last night.
That game was just wacky. With 5 total turnovers in that one?
Liam Fortin.
6.
Liam Fortin on the far side, Alex Hardy in the middle. On the near side, Broderick Bimson. And ready to kick it off for Foxcroft Academy is Aiden Harvey, who does a lot of things for this football team, one of which is kick it off.
All right, Mike, I'm going to get you on the record here. You got a second to ponder here, but just let me know, what quarter does Wes Littlefield pull out the onside kick? Because you know one's coming from Winslow.
I say the third.
You think so? I mean, they're setting up, right? They're going to have to kick it off for the opening kickoff of that second half.
The wind is blowing at us across the field from the Winslow side here to the Foxcroft Academy side where we are. So that's the effect it will have from side to side on any kick, including Harvey's now. He's got it teed up, and we are ready to go in the Class D North football title game. High kick, and it is Hardy at the 20. To the 25, to the right, stutter step, and down he goes. In a sea of maroon led by Lucas Sands, who made the stop. And so Winslow takes over. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They give him forward progress to the Winslow 30-yard line. Tucker Pomerlow at quarterback for the Winslow Black Raiders, wearing number 3. As Wes Littlefield told me a week or so ago, he likes to block more than offensive linemen do, and he gets a chance in this double wing. Bimson the fullback, wing right Fortin, wing left Hobby. They probably will be in this formation about 90% today. There's Fortin sweeping left side, turns it upfield and gets to the 35 and over the 35 to the 36. So a good game on first down there for Fortin. On the tackle was Finn Egan, and he gets to the 37-yard line. So give him a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. So a good first play of the game for Winslow.
To your point, that's the type of run, right, that lets you got 2nd and 3, 2 downs to pick up 3. Again, Winslow going to be methodical today, really slow the game down.
Is where you want to be. Good point, AJ. That's the formula for success. 2nd and 3 from the 37-yard line. 7 men up on the line of scrimmage. This time they give it to the fullback, Bimson. Bimson breaks a tackle, has a first down. Broderick Bimson broke out of the pile, and to the 44-yard line, he signals a first down by himself. So Bimson, who gets the least amount of carries in this backfield, gets the 2nd carry of the game.
That's a nice use of some eye candies. I got to tell you, I was watching Hobby, and that fake, I think, got the Foxcroft Academy defense just as much as it got me.
For once, I didn't fall for it. 1st and 10 from the 44. Double wing, usually I'm easy to fool. At the 44-yard line, Pomerlow, a pitch, then a handoff to Fortin. Fortin breaks free, 50. Fortin doesn't go down easy for a little guy, and he's to the 48-yard line. And Liam Fortin tackled on the play there by Silas Topolsky. And it's going to set up a 2nd down and short. 2nd down and Just about 2, and I'm talking about a short 2 in Foxcroft Academy territory at their 48.
Yeah, worth noting, too, as we showed you on the Mid-State Machine replay, of course, they run that double handoff. Hobby was all by himself on that sweep, so something for Winslow to keep an eye on.
2nd down and 2. Sweep left side. Bimson in front of Fortin. Fortin turns up, gets the first down as he put his head down. He was tackled by Finn Holmes, the linebacker. But that should be, well, they didn't give him a great spot. Wow.
That looks comfortably first.
I thought he had that easily. They're looking it over and saying that it is, in fact, 3rd down, so he didn't get it. I thought that last little hurdle got him the first.
I'm with you.
3rd and short. Let's see if they use the big body of Pomerleau with a Winslow special.
And they were moving more than a yard last week against John Baps with it.
Pomerleau sets him down. They are going to do just that. The Winslow special, they get the first. Bimson driving him from behind there. Also a block out in front by 65 Tyler Folsom. And that is a first down for the Raiders. This is exactly the script you want to follow.
I would say something to keep an eye on, too, something we've seen a lot more down the stretch and demonstrating the veteran presence of Pomerleau. Watch out for him to get the defense to jump. He's gotten really good at getting those 5 freebies.
What did he get, 2 or 3 last week?
I think it was 3.
1st and 10, Winslow at the 44. This drive started at the 30. They've taken up nearly 3 minutes on the clock. Double wing. 6 men up on the line of scrimmage for now for Foxcroft Academy. In motion, Hobby. Hobby looking for a block, and he didn't get it. A flag down. Finn Holmes shot up and made the play. There was also a flag down on the play, probably a hold on Winslow. It is a hold on Winslow. So a loss of about 3 on the play, and they are going to take the penalty.
Nice job there by that Foxcroft Academy defense, just stringing out Hobby. Tackle for loss technically goes all for naught, but a good response from the Ponies defense.
Yeah, Holmes really made a play there. So it's all the way back into Winslow real estate at the 45-yard line, where it is going to be first down at just about 20. 1st and 21 is the official designation. Bob Beetham is doing the PA today. He is as precise as they come with this stuff, so I trust what he just said.
Yeah.
1st and 21 from the 45. From the double wing for the Winslow Black Raiders. Inside handoff, no, back to throw. Pomerleau looking for Fortin downfield, jump ball, and it's incomplete. Good coverage down there by Topolsky on Liam Fortin. If he had led him a little bit more, maybe a chance for a completion.
That safety recovered, leading him, I think, ends up being a pick. You need to actually, I think, let go of that early. Fortin had a step and then kind of had to slow down to let that one get on him, and the defense did a nice job recovering, playing clean.
A timeout taken by Winslow, interestingly enough here. We'll take it to 8:38 to go in the first. Winslow was driving. It's slowed for now, but it's still 2nd down at 21. Back with more of the Class D North football title game after this on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone and Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
8 minutes, 38 seconds left first quarter. Winslow takes a timeout. West Littlefield saw something or knows something and decided to talk to the offense, so they come out ready to roll. 2nd and 21 at their own 45-yard line after that really good play downfield by Topolsky to break up the pass. First attempt of the game by Tucker Pomerleau on the first drive of the game. 2nd and 21 from the double wing at the 45. A pitch, a handoff. Here's Fortin looking for that hole. Tries to go outside. Gets around the corner. Grabbed from behind by Aiden Sickler. And Sickler hung on. And a short gain of about 2, just barely 2. And it goes to the 47-yard line. So Winslow in a situation they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. It is 3rd down and 19.
I think it was a nice job, Foxcroft Academy, obviously stringing that out. Fortin doing a good job just even getting 2 out of that.
So 3rd and 19 at the 47-yard line. Let's see what Coach Littlefield has in his bag of tricks here with this offense that likes to run. Handoff up the gut to Bimson, the fullback. Nowhere to go for Broderick Bimson. He got stuffed, leading the charge there, 64 Stephen Lee. And it is 4th down, and Winslow is forced to punt. So, promising drive, really hurt by the penalty. And back to return the punt. 3, Aiden Harvey. 1, Silas Topolsky. Both dangerous. So on 4th and 17, Pomerleau, or check that, Hobby, will drop back in punt formation. Hassan Hobby.
That's not normal.
No,
He's been their place kicker, but not the punter.
That's why I just assumed it was going to be Pomerleau, but it's Hobby. We know Hobby's got a great leg. Snap is good. Kick off the side of his foot. Decent distance. Takes a good Winslow bounce, though, and is downed at the 19-yard line. And trying to blow it ahead was Jacob Garcia. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for this high-powered Foxcroft Academy offense at their own 19-yard line.
Again, Sands, the one to watch, big number 11. He is fast and he is tall. Harvey, slot receiver we saw in the first matchup, he's lethal. And then, of course, they've got a really good running back as well. So,
all right, 1st and 10 for
loaded.
Griffin Caruso. And this high-powered Foxcroft Academy Ponies offense, Caruso in the gun, calls for the ball. They'll keep it on the ground on 1st down, and Winslow defends it well. In fact, it may end up being a loss on the play. See who the ball carrier.
The 25?
Yeah, it was 25. That is Landon Smith. So Smith on the carry, and Smith lost about half a yard. So it is 2nd and 11. Ball back at the 18-yard line now. 2nd down and 11. So in the backfield, Landon Smith. Wide to the right side is Sands. Caruso hands it off, and once again on the carry here, Landon Smith. Smith over the 20 to the 22. IAS on the tackle, Ibrahim Al-Sabalhawi, or something like that.
I went with
IAS is going to be
Salawi.
Salawi?
That's what I went with.
I'm still going with IAS.
IAS,
yeah,
for sure.
It's going to be IAS. 3rd and 7, so
Salawahi is what I think he just said.
Salawahi?
Yeah.
All right. Bob Beetham knows. He's the all-knowing, all-seeing. Wide to the left side is 4, Aiden Sickley. Got 2 to the right. In the backfield, it's Smith. Back to throw. The pass left side. It's complete there to Sickler. Sickler upfield. Sickler with the 1st down as he turned on IAS. Gets the 1st down, and Foxcroft Academy on 3rd and long converts. And they get up to the 32-yard line.
And that very simple little out route, tough for the defense, especially playing man. Not maybe the best delivery, but it's still pretty good there for allowing his receiver to break away and pick it up.
Sickler able to get some yak there. So 1st and 10, wide to the left side is the very tall Lucas Sands, and defended by Giovanni Garcia. Has got a real height advantage. We get a whistle and a flag, and offsides is called on Winslow.
And
a terrible penalty to
take. Can't have that. You already had, right? Your drive gets stalled on the holding call, and now you're giving this Foxcroft offense 5 free yards.
So a 5-yard penalty puts the ball at the 37. It is 1st and 5. Clock approaching 5 minutes left for his quarter. No score here. Glad to have you with us from the Weatherby Complex here at Hampden Academy in Hampden. Class D North Championship game. Wide to the right, Sands. Caruso with Smith behind him in the shotgun formation. Man goes in motion. Back to throw. They flip it out right side. That is Sands looking for room to run. There's no room to run. Winslow all over it, leading the charge there. Nick McCann, who came from the defensive line out to make the play, and a gain of about a yard. So Winslow defended that really well.
That was a nice job stringing it out, not letting him get anywhere. And frankly, there's a lot of traffic over there. That was kind of a dangerous play for Foxcroft Academy.
Twins come out to the wide side, the left side. Sickler is wide, slot to Polsky. 2 men in the backfield. The turn, the give. This is Smith being chased and being caught. No, Bimson couldn't catch him, but Winslow again covers it well, stringing it out there. Seth Bard. And let's see if Smith got enough for the first down. He got to get the 42. He's got it.
Yep.
That is a first down for Foxcroft Academy. The official, David Vayu, the referee, making the call. First and 10 from the 43. 3:50 to go, first quarter. Foxcroft Academy with the ball for the first time today. Drive started at their own 19-yard line. The turn, the handoff inside. It goes to Finn Holmes. Break home. He is into Winslow territory. And inside the 40-yard line, he is down at the 37-yard line. So Finn Holmes breaks one. And it's first and 10 for the Ponies at the 42 of Winslow.
And again, he had a big run touchdown the first time he's matched up. That's why that surprised me when Smith was in ball carry because Finn Holmes has been the running back.
Holmes has been their guy. Griffin Caruso in the gun. Smith back, or no, Holmes is back there to his left. Going to get another carry here. Bounces outside, tripped up though. Great play by Broderick Bimson, who got just enough of his ankles to trip up Finn Holmes at the 35, give him 2. 2nd and 8. 2nd down and 8. Foxcroft Academy averaging 32.7 points a game this year. Winslow trying to defend this high-powered offense. They're all spread out, one to the right. Going in motion now to Polsky. Gets the give as he circled around. He comes back around, and Winslow, a great defensive play there by 68 Benjamin Thomas. That is an outstanding job there by Thomas to stay home. Thomas made the tackle and nowhere to go whatsoever.
Yeah, Topolsky, I think, actually could have kept going and tried to sweep that out wide, especially with his speed. He cuts back in, and first troubles, he runs into a defensive lineman, and for a wide receiver, that's no fun.
3rd down and 10. Twins to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield for Griffin Caruso. Caruso hands it off. This is Holmes. Holmes drives to the 30. And Holmes is down there, gang tackled by Winslow, bottom of the pile, IAS. And it sets up a 4th and short. 4th and 3. With 2 minutes to go in the first quarter for Foxcroft Academy. 4th and about 3 at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Holmes there. Winslow had a chance again to grab him in the backfield, but Holmes is just so powerful, able to get 7 out of what potentially should have been no gain.
Yeah, he is a big boy. Listed 5'9", 190. Actually looks taller than that, but
he's not slow either.
He is fast and he is strong. So here is Caruso, 4th down and 3. Just shy of the 30-yard line. We got a whistle and a timeout is called by Danny White and Foxcroft Academy. 1:22 left in the first quarter. A 4th and 3 coming up at the 31 for Foxcroft Academy. More football, playoff football, championship football after this on The Score.
Have you been dealing with eye issues, but you keep putting off having an exam? Contact Kennebec Eye Care. Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobek, and Kaylee Brand OD will give you a thorough eye examination to diagnose the issue and create a plan to fix it. Call 872-2797 to schedule an appointment today. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville. Online at KennebeCEyeCare.com. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialist.
Glad to welcome our friends at Kennebec Eye Care to being a Score sponsor. 1:22 to go. Timeout taken by Danny White. Each coach has taken a timeout here in the first. As we get raindrops overhead.
I almost thought it was snowflakes.
Well, let's check the Score Doppler. Right now, 47 degrees, so too warm to snow. Let's hope the precipitation stays away. 4th and 3.
Wait till after the game.
We have no cover here. 4th and 3 from the 31-yard line. A big play here early on for Caruso and this Foxcroft Academy offense. And did they pull Winslow offside? Did they pull a Tucker Pomerleau on Winslow? Each team pointing at the other.
I'm still waiting for a sign from a ref.
Everybody is. We get a consult here.
I think it is going to be on Winslow.
Here is the call. It's offside on the Raiders. That is a first down. So forget about that big fourth down play. Winslow gives him a freebie. And that'll put the football down at the 25-yard line.
Again, for Winslow, those are the types of mistakes you just cannot make today.
Wide to the right side for Foxcroft Academy is Sands. Wide to the left side is Sickler. He's got a first down catch today. Caruso shovels the football off. Coming around, it's Harvey. Harvey turns the corner. Harvey hit at the 20. And down at the 19-yard line, Broderick Bimson caught him from behind. IAS also in on the stop. And also Alex Hardy as they ganged up. But a gain of 6 on first down just inside the 20 to the 19. With a minute to go in the first quarter, it'll be 2nd and 1. Caruso back from the sidelines to bring the play in. Wide to the right side, Sands. Wide to the left side is Sickler. Actually 3 to the left. Empty backfield for Caruso. On 2nd down and 4, has a man in motion. A little shovel pass there to Holmes. Holmes breaks, gets down to the 15, maybe the 14. That is a first down.
And nothing fancy about that. Just bring your big running back in motion and just throw him a little shovel pass, like you said. Picks up the 4 for the first.
Yep, here's to the 15-yard line. They'll stop the clock to move the sticks. Started back up with 25. Let's see if the Ponies have any ambition to get a playoff, as Caruso still on the sidelines, doesn't need to get one off.
Coaches were pointing at the clock, so I think they're going to try to.
10 seconds to go. It's going to take a quick snap here. Clock at 5. Caruso brings him out. 3, 2, they get it off. He's back to throw. Looking, has time, fires. I think he got tipped. It's caught, though, at the back of the end zone. Out of the end zone is Aiden Sickler. That ball was tipped, I believe, at the line of scrimmage, and it fluttered into the hands there of Sickler, but he was out of bounds. And on that note, the first quarter comes to an end. We'll come back and look at that after our first quarter break. The score at the end of 1, Foxcroft Academy 0 and Winslow 0. You're watching and listening to live coverage of the Class D football title game in the North on The Score.
At High Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here at the Weatherby Complex at Hampden Academy in Hampden. Time for our first quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Each team has had a possession here in the first quarter. Winslow started their first possession, the first possession of the game at the 30, ended up punting. Now we've got a 2nd down and 10. We'll finish the breakdown after this play. 2nd down and 10. Little handoff inside to Smith. He is hit by IAS and stopped. IAS shooting up and making the tackle there on Smith. No gain, 2nd and 10. Foxcroft Academy is in the midst of a drive that began at their own 19 as we finish the breakdown. It will be 3rd down and 10 from the 15. Our first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. Did we see a tip or not on that throw?
No, his follow-through maybe got cut short as he stepped up into it, but I didn't see anybody touching it. Hard to see. I was trying looking at the feet. I think that was really close. Foxcroft, I think, has a legitimate gripe, but, man, it was close on that Sickler. No touchdown catch was the ruling.
Referee or the official was right there on the play and ruled that the receiver Sickler was out of bounds. So here we go with a 3rd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. 3rd and 10. The fake handoff to 22 there. Finn Holmes, sorry, I had a complete brain cramp there, and Holmes takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Finn Holmes just powered up the middle into the end zone for a 15-yard score. And Foxcroft Academy, on their first plays of the game, on their first drive of the game, takes it in for the touchdown.
They run a little counter. It looked like a little bit of confusion, and then all of a sudden nobody was in front of Finn Holmes, and by the time he got to the secondary, he just powered his way through.
An 81-yard drive at the 59-second mark of the second quarter. And here is the conversion by Aiden Harvey, and we've got movement in the interior line. So Finn Holmes, a 15-yard run, and the Ponies get the jump.
And it's on them. They're going to have to make this from 5 yards further.
Yep, they'll back up Caruso to place the ball down as they mark the yardage off here. They'll put the ball at about the 7.5-yard line. So that means Caruso will kneel down at the 15-yard line and hold there for Harvey. Snap good, ball down, kick up, plenty of length on it. It's got the eyes right through. 11:01 to go in the first quarter. Foxcroft Academy draws first blood, a 15-yard run by Finn Holmes, and the score is Foxcroft Academy 7, Winslow nothing. This is live coverage of the Class D North football title game on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
So a nice for Foxcroft Academy, methodical drive down the field. They go 81 yards for a score and score on their first possession of the game. Lead at 7-0. So Harvey will kick off. Alex Hardy in the middle. Isaiah Costigan on the near side. Broderick Bimson on the far side for the Raiders. Harvey, and the ball blows off the tee, which probably will happen again at some point today.
It's not moving slow.
The wind blowing across the field, as I mentioned earlier, pretty consistently all game long. Gusts are supposed to be 25 miles an hour. Kick is a good kick. Harvey to the 17, 20, 25, goes outside, 30, hit there, and down he goes. But decent field position for the Black Raiders. The tackle made by Aiden Sickler. And Hardy is to the 31-yard line. That's where Winslow will start, 1st and 10.
And nice catch there. He ended up coming near side, and there were nobody over there but Ponies.
Lots of them.
A lot of them. Whole herd of them.
1st and 10 from the 31. Winslow moved the ball first series. Penalty hurt them, stalled the drive. They ended up punting. Here's Tucker Parmelo in the double wing. Fortin goes in motion. Hold there, 35, and Fortin to the 39-yard line. Give him a gain of 8. Liam Fortin running left side, 2nd and 2.
Now, Fortin's had some success moving the ball. Like you said, it was just that they had that first down carry where nothing happened. He ended up going back to 1st and 21 and just couldn't recover from that.
2nd down and 2 from the 39-yard line, 7-0 Foxcroft Academy. Pomelo brings him out. Bimson, the fullback, right on his tail. 2nd and 2. Handoff right side, Hobby runs into his own guy, and that doomed the play right there, finishing him off, Finn Egan. He got the 40, so he got a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1.
There's just nothing there. That hole was real skinny for Hobby.
I think he ran into Garcia, who was trying to block for him. So 3rd and 1 from the 40. The lanes that were open last week against John Bapps have not been open so far today. 3rd and 1.
You see that Winslow special again here?
Wouldn't surprise me, AJ. Pomerleau, nope, a handoff. This is Fortin, and Fortin, going to be awful close as he powered his way over the 40, no doubt about that. And if the near official has the spot, that's a 1st down, and it is. He got to the 42, they say. That's a very good spot.
I think it's a pretty favorable spot. I thought it was going to be at least close to considering a measurement.
Not at all. So he gets the 1st.
I say Fortin ran into Harvey and another defender there right on that edge. Did a nice job stepping by them to convert that because it looked like it could have been a loss.
1st and 10 from the 42. Hardy is wide to the left side. That's new. Just one wing here. They're going to throw it. Pomelo back to throw. Looking for Hardy. This is a jump ball, and it's picked off. An easy interception by Aiden Sickler. Thrown into serious traffic. And that's one of those balls that Pomerleau was going to throw come hell or high water. He did. It was triple covered.
Yeah, to your point, that one was sort of a jump ball and see if Hardy can make a play. And he just overthrows Hardy. Hardy doesn't get underneath it, and standing right there is Sickler.
Sickler out of bounds at the 33. So what you're not supposed to do if you're Winslow is turn it over. A pick by Sickler.
I said it in the pregame. Can't turn it over. I said that.
That's a pick Sickler right there.
That's a pick Sickler.
1st and 10. Fake shovel pass, handoff inside, nothing there, as all over it was IAS once again, and also at the bottom of the pile. Do you have a 60 on your roster? I don't have one on my roster.
Double check.
Gain to the 34-yard line.
Nope. Man, I hope you know that name because he's in on every tackle.
IAS, that's what he's going to be. Wide to the right side is Sands. A gain of just a yard there. 2nd down and 1. The turn, the handoff, Finn Holmes. Powers, nope, nothing there. And IAS again. He comes in from the end of the formation and is making tackle after tackle here today.
Holmes, as soon as he touched it, just didn't get anywhere. Doesn't lose, just doesn't gain anything because he gets hit right as he touches the ball.
So 3rd and 9 for Foxcroft Academy. Clock running, 7:55 to go first half. Winslow keeping the score down. That's good.
Well, they were able, you give up the touchdown, obviously, but Foxcroft Academy, a little bit of Winslow's own medicine on their touchdown drive, very methodical.
Exactly. Sands wide to the right, trips to the left. Finn Holmes, the running back, for Griffin Caruso. Caruso, some last-minute instructions. Calls for the ball. Back to throw. Looks, throws it downfield. Holmes is there. It's too high. It is incomplete. And good coverage down there for the Black Raiders by Giovanni Garcia and also Alex Hardy, because Sands is not easy to cover.
Well, credit too. IAS comes off the edge there, so Harvey doesn't totally get to step into it and kind of hangs it up there, which helps out Winslow, lets the defense, the safety, get over there as well, because that ends up kind of air-mailing Sands a little bit, which is hard to do. Sands is not a short kid.
Sands will punt, standing at his own 23. Liam Fortin, Alex Hardy, double safety. Snap is good. Long end-over-end kick, and it is Fortin at the 33. Bounces to the right, hits at the 35, and down he goes there. Thomas Day on the tackle. But Winslow, decent field position. They're going to give it to the Raiders. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
That's a heck of a catch there. Fortin shoestrings or makes a shoestring catch, and then does make a defender miss. Unfortunately, normally in the case, when you start dodging in a phone booth, you're usually going to find somebody else coming downhill in a hurry.
Yeah, that was a small area to move for Liam Fortin. 1st and 10 from the 36 for the Raiders. Their third possession of the game, 7-0 Foxcroft Academy. Fortin in motion. Inside again, not much room there. There was a hole, and then all of a sudden there wasn't. And Jackson Zimmerman, number 58, for those of you watching our live stream, on the stop for Foxcroft Academy. A shorty of a gain, about 2-ish. 2nd down and 8, a running clock, 7 minutes to go in the first half. 7-0 Foxcroft Academy.
On Fortin's first 2 carries, he picked up 15 yards. It's taken him 5 carries since to pick up the next 15.
Not much room to run. Hobby, left wing, Fortin, right wing, Bimson, the fullback, behind Pomerleau. 2nd down and 8. Handoff right side, Hobby. Hassan Hobby looking for a hole and able to surge ahead over the 40 to the 42-yard line. It sets up certainly a makeable 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and about 4.
Yeah, Hobby doing a little bit of guiding, too, pushing one of his offensive linemen where he needs it to go.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. So it is 3rd down and 4 from the 42. Again, a running clock, 6:05 to go in the first half. 7-0 Foxcroft Academy. A Finn Holmes 15-yard run earlier here, very early in the second quarter. That is the only score of the game. 3rd and 4. Double wing for Pomerleau. Going to do it himself. The Winslow special. Driving. Awful close. Official from the near side spotting it over the 46. And if that's the spot where the ball ends up on, I believe they're going to get the first down, and they are.
Yeah, there's an avalanche of bodies fell forward.
And again, Tucker Pomerleau is built like a fullback. He is a tough nut to bring down. So Winslow gets a big first and 10.
At your point, talk about a big drive. Winslow, you get a chance to tie this up and in the half.
Exactly. Because you're going to kick off to them in the second half. Yep. Be nice to go into the locker room with a tie score. In motion, Fortin has men out in front. Can he get around the corner? Flag down. It's not going to matter anyway. Fortin is into Foxcroft Academy territory, but this play is going to get called back for what probably is going to be a holding penalty. Aiden Bryant on the tackle. And the flag down at the 47-yard line and the preliminary call, and there is the call by referee David Vayu. It is a hold on Winslow. So a penalty set them back on their first drive, and now they've done it again.
And I think this is marked off from the original line of scrimmage. Not yard up, so it'll be 1st and 19.
All right, 1st and 19 will be the down and distance from the 37-yard line. They will start the clock. That is 5:15 to go in the first half. 1st and 19 for the Raiders from their own 37. Not an enviable spot. Pomerleau hands it off. It's Hobby. Hobby breaks into the secondary. Hobby's over the 45 to the 47, so he got the penalty back. That was a good ball handling job there by Tucker Pomerleau.
That's a big tackle, too, because Hobby able to get through that tackle. There's a lot of space to that far sideline.
So Hobby got 10. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
And that's such a huge thing because last time, obviously, they throw the incompletion. All of a sudden, they're really behind the change. That 10 is so huge for this Black Raiders offense.
2nd and 9 for Winslow. Down 7 zip. A pitch, a handoff to Fortin. Fortin can't break through. Wrapped up by Finn Holmes. Had him by the hips and wouldn't let go. And a late flag is thrown. Is it an unsportsmanlike conduct?
I think it's the ref's reaction. We'll see. I'm going to guess it's going to be on the body slam against no, it's going against Winslow.
It's a personal foul on Winslow.
I'm going to guess I think an offensive lineman took exception to how Fortin was tackled.
And so Winslow commits yet another penalty on this drive. So they got...
I think they lost a yard, and now they're going to lose 15 more.
They got 10 back on the run by Hobby, which negated the original penalty, but this one is going to drive them all the way back to the 31-yard line, and it's going to set up 2nd down and a country mile.
Yeah, doing the math here, 25, yeah.
2nd and 25. Not what Winslow wants to be in.
Not the position they need to be in to keep pace.
Not a good down and distance for a double wing offense. 2nd down and 25 from the 31. Pomerleau. Sweep right side to Hobby. Hassan Hobby with blockers in front. Jumps over one would-be tackler. And Hobby up to the 37-yard line. That was some Saquon Barkley stuff right there.
How about this? Gets over a crowd as Fortin goes low on one of the blockers there. Excuse me.
So Hobby gets it up to the 37-yard line, and Winslow's going to have to punt. And back to return. You got Aiden Harvey on one side, Silas Topolsky on the other. Hobby will punt. First punt was decent. Winslow with a late man on the field. Got to remember, I'm on the punt team.
Scoreboard's not helping.
Low snap, Hobby handles. It's a wobbler. Takes a good, healthy Winslow bounce inside the 30 and rolls out of bounds. They spot it around the 29-yard line, and that's where Foxcroft Academy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 29, leading by a score of 7-0.
Your Winslow, we saw this last night, right, Mike, where I thought the Lawrence defense played not too bad, but the Lawrence offense turned the ball over, couldn't get anything going, and you just – Falmouth's offense last night, Foxcroft Academy's offense today, you just feel like at some point that big play's coming, and once one comes, that snowball starts rolling.
Sands comes out wide to the right side. 2 men in the backfield there with Griffin Caruso. Caruso fakes to Smith, throws it. That's a live ball, and Holmes has to get on it. He does, and he's down immediately. That is a live ball, a backwards pass. Very dangerous and a rare lack of execution by Foxcroft Academy. And a loss of 12 on the play, 2nd and 22 back at the 17.
Yeah, I think what you saw there was Caruso just didn't look. He just sort of predetermined where he was chucking that, and Holmes was not there.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Holmes, the running back for Caruso. 2nd and 22 from the 17. Going to throw it right side, throws it incomplete, intended for Sands in the right flat at the 17-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 22. So that stops the clock, which Winslow certainly is happy about. 2:32, you get a stop here, and you get a chance to get the ball back.
With some pretty decent field position.
Right.
Both teams sitting with 2 timeouts in their pocket.
3rd and 22 from the 17-yard line. Sands is wide to the right, 3 receivers to the left. Holmes, the running back, on 3rd down and 22. Caruso, man in motion, shovel pass to Topolsky. Topolsky turned in and down, and Winslow is going to force a punt. Down at the 18-yard line is Topolsky. The clock continues to run. Winslow apparently will wait to use timeouts when they have the ball. And it is 4th and a lot.
Yeah, just 1 yard there. A lot of aggressive blocking past the first whistle, not past the second whistle. Foxcroft Academy took exception to. And I think one they were the victim of. The other one, Finn Holmes, which is the one I was watching. He was the one instigating.
Sands standing at his 7-yard line. Late entry onto the field, Preston Hutchinson forgot he was on the punt team. And Sands apparently is going to take a penalty. Or is he going to wait? See, this is why I think Winslow should have used a timeout. He's going to wait for the 10-second, which hasn't come yet. Winslow should have taken a timeout. Now they're going to take a timeout to avoid taking a penalty. But Winslow lost a good minute there by not taking a timeout.
Yeah, and I think I'm with you. There's no arguing, obviously, at this point in time, because now you're sitting with $1:27. You've got the 2 timeouts, but those 40 seconds, even though you'd only have 1 timeout,
I'm sending the cavalry if I'm Winslow.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I wouldn't even put a safety back. I would go for a block here.
I'm with you. I'm 100% on board with that game plan.
So with 1:27 to go, the ball is at the 18-yard line. Winslow not taking a timeout, cost themselves about a minute off the clock. So it's 4th and 21. And let's see how the Raiders play it. On 4th and 21, Sands. And they right now don't have a safety back. And if you're going to put Hardy there, why not put him up on the line of scrimmage? I think they're worried about a fake.
They're just a normal defense.
Sands. Here's the punt. And it's a nice high punt. It comes down at the 49, bounces up, now backwards and down to the 50-yard line. So Winslow has half a field to work with. They have 2 timeouts and 1:17 on the clock. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders, certainly very doable at midfield.
How about that punt? Good punt, like you said, but took a Winslow bounce. Half the field to work with. See if Coach Littlefield made the right call to save that second timeout.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. 1:17 to work with for Tucker Pomerleau. Isaiah Costigan in. He's wide to the right. You got 2 to the left. Bimson, the running back. Pomerleau in the shotgun. They're all spread out. Hobby goes in motion. The give to him on the jet sweep. Hobby turns, 45. Goes to the outside. He's grabbed from behind and hauled down there by Thomas Day. Good tackle. And Winslow's got to hurry up.
That was a borderline touchdown save and tackle right there.
They huddle up quickly. We're out a minute. And you're almost at the point where you don't have time to do that anymore.
No.
2nd down and 2. Pomerleau turns, Bimson, first down. Bimson to the 35-yard line. They'll have to stop the clock to move the sticks. And Winslow does not have a hurry-up offense. He'll start the clock. 45 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 36. Gotta hurry. Pomerleau in the gun at 35. Hobby hands it off to Fortin. Fortin cuts outside now. Fortin looking for a hole, and Fortin smartly scoots out of bounds. And he is out at the 33-yard line. Winslow with 28 seconds left.
A good job by Fortin there getting something out of that. Took a lot of time to do so.
Time. A very long time. And he got 3 for all of that. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line with 28 seconds left in the half. Costigan wide to the right.
I mean, if you're going to have to throw this. You have to throw the ball.
Pomerleau in the double wing, but with receivers to each side. Rolls right, sets up, looks, fires it up there. It's thrown up, and it is knocked down. It's incomplete at the 9-yard line. The intended receiver was Liam Fortin out of the backfield. That'll stop the clock with 20.3 seconds remaining.
That hung up there. I thought Topolsky was going to come down with it. Fortin doing a heck of a job there just to get some of it, get some hand on it to keep it from being a pick.
That was anybody's ball. Pomerleau over to the sidelines to West Littlefield. 3rd and 7. Pomerleau does not have a big arm, so reaching the end zone, not easy. Has 2 receivers, 3 receivers to the right. Costigan, Hobby, and Fortin. Wide to the left side is Hardy. Bimson, the running back. 3rd down and 7, 33-yard line. Pomerleau has time, hit and sacked. Man, he got drilled there by Aiden Bryant, who absolutely crushed Tucker Pomerleau. Winslow's not taking a timeout.
He got absolutely pummeled.
Winslow decides to fold the tent, and that's it for the first half. So there will be no 4th down play, and that is it for the first half of the Class B North Football Championship game. Our score at the half from the Weatherby Complex here at Hamden Academy. Foxcroft Academy 7 and Winslow nothing. Halftime coming up next on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Second quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. A lot happened in the second quarter. Most of them possessions. 5 possessions combined for each team. Winslow with 3 possessions, 2 for Foxcroft Academy. Actually 3 because they started the second quarter, and that's where they scored. 59 seconds in, they finished off an 81-yard drive, a 15-yard touchdown run by Finn Holmes. Harvey with a conversion. That's it scoring-wise here in the first half. It's 7-0 in favor of Foxcroft Academy. Our second quarter breakdown presented by 201 Service in Skowhegan. Halftime's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. Good news for Winslow. The score is low. Their defense has played pretty well. They've only given up 1 touchdown. Bad news for Winslow. Their offense has been inept here in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, sort of shaping up exactly like last night's game, right, where for Winslow, I feel like your defense, much like Lawrence's, played pretty solid. The problem is your offense puts you into not great position time and time again. And at some point, you're just worried if your faithful Winslow team that Foxcroft Academy is going to figure out its stuff, and all of a sudden you're going to be giving up big plays. But that being said, I think you got to count your blessings that it is 7-0 at halftime.
And the offense has certainly struggled, but I think the coaching staff for Winslow would like to have the last 2 minutes back because they let a full minute go off the clock without taking a timeout. They got the ball back at the 50-yard line, but a minute had run off as Foxcroft Academy waited for a punt. So instead of just over 2 minutes, you had 1:27 to work with your offense, and then they gave up on that final play, just decided to tuck it in and decide not to do anything on 4th down. Why not take a crack?
Well, again, and that saving that timeout also proved, to your point, to be the wrong decision because you didn't even use any of the timeouts,
No.
which, again, I'm with you. I don't think it's the right decision. I think you call that timeout, save the 40 seconds, and then put yourself in a position, like you said, to I think we talked about this, I think it was last week in the Winslow game against John Baptist. I would rather be forced to have to make the decision than the decision made for me.
Right.
And I think you – again, after you give up the sack, as opposed to going for 4th down, you kind of let it go there as opposed to you had 2 timeouts, let it run down to 2-3 seconds, call timeout, huck one into the end zone. Maybe you get a penalty.
Sure. Yeah, take a shot. I think you've got to sort of live dangerously here, if you will, rather than be cautious with things. You're playing Foxcroft Academy. You're going to kick off to them in the second half. They average 32 points a game. They have an explosive offense. You have a very one-dimensional offense. It's only a running offense. They really struggle to throw the football. We've seen the struggle here in the first half, and it's real, that's for sure, for the Winslow offense. At times they've run it okay, but they've not been able to do the things they did last week, which, of course, is open gaping holes and gallop for long touchdown runs.
Yeah, looking at the numbers, Fortin is the leading rusher for the Black Raiders. He's got 9 carries for 32 yards. So it's just a tick, not even 4 yards a carry. Hobby's got 5 carries for 30 yards. He started slow, kind of found some space there late. A little bit of that, I don't want to call it necessarily garbage yards, but it was in, I think, the down and distance a little bit more favorable for that soft defense. But as a team, Winslow has rushed the ball 20 times for 77 yards, so under 4 yards a carry. Parmelo's 0 for 3 with a pick. On the other side, Foxcroft Academy hadn't quite got anywhere themselves. Holmes has 7 carries for 33 yards. He loses 12 on that backwards pass, which is 100% on Griffin, not on him.
15-yard touchdown run, too.
But he does have the touchdown run. And then Griffin Caruso, pretty mortal, 5 for 8 for 22 yards.
Yeah, so he has been contained here in the first half.
100%. Again, I think much like last night, I actually thought in all 3 phases of the game, Lawrence's defense, I thought, was actually the best of the 3. Special teams gave up 2 big returns that set up touchdowns. Offense couldn't get anywhere. Defense, I thought, played well, just constantly put in a position where they had to make a play, and then eventually Falmouth's offense got rolling. And once it gets rolling, it doesn't stop, and it feels like kind of make or break potentially what happens with this opening kickoff. That's where Winslow is. I know it's only going to be the start of the third quarter, potentially a 14-0 lead, but just your offense is stuck in the mud, and it feels like Foxcroft finds some momentum. They're not going to give it back up.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, we are live here at Weatherby Complex here at Hampden Academy in Hampden. It is halftime of the Class D North Football Championship game. Our score is Foxcroft Academy 7, Winslow nothing. More of our Hammond Lumber Company halftime after this on The Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way,
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way. Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Mike Filet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here live at the Weatherby Complex here at Hampden Academy in Hampden. It is 7-0, Foxcroft Academy over Winslow. This is the Hammond Lumber Company halftime. Let's take a look at scores that we have from today in no particular order. It's Greeley 30, Mount Ararat 6 in 8-man football.
That's a state championship?
That is a state championship game. All right, that's the only other score that I have from today. Let's take a look at scores from last night, again in no particular order. In Class A South action last night, it was Thornton Academy over South Portland, easily 36-12. So Thornton Academy, that was last week. Let's go to today, where last night it was Portland over Bangor, 54-14. So Portland moves on. They'll play the winner of the Thornton Academy Noble game. That starts at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
If chalk holds true, that'd be a rematch. Didn't Thornton Academy beat Portland last year for the Class A title?
Indeed. Last night, Class B North, of course, you heard it. You saw it here on the Score. Falmouth rolling over Lawrence by a final of 35-7. In Class B South, it was Kennebunk rolling over number 2 Deering. Battle of the Rams, 35-14, the final score there. So it's Kennebunk and Falmouth for the Class B championship.
Chance for some real points in that matchup.
In Class C South last night, Freiburg Academy all over Levitt, 38-0 was the final in that one. Madomic Valley and Herman will play here after this game is done today. They'll start at 2:30. In Class D South last night, it was Wells all over Winthrop, Monmouth, Halldale. The final score there, 35-7. So obviously the winner of that one will take on the winner of this one.
Yeah, which potentially another state championship rematch if Foxcroft Academy takes care of it today. Their great season last year, of course, ruined by Wells. On the other side, for Class C, I just say, like you said, the North Region Championship after this game today. We won't be here, but just so you're aware. Madomic Valley, you better hope you get him because they got a freshman running back who's real good, and he is not going anywhere.
Oh, he is something else. That game, by the way, is on Channel 5, that second game. So if you're interested in watching that, we're okay with it. You can go ahead and do so on WABI TV Channel 5.
Before you do that, though, make sure you subscribe. Central Maine Sports.
Yes.
Central Maine Sports across all social media. 1160 The Score across
that will
all social
balance
media.
things out.
That's
if you
fair.
go to
That's
Central
fair.
Maine Sports on YouTube and subscribe and click the notifications bell, that means we will give you grace and we will give you our permission to watch the next game, Madomic Valley and Herman on Channel 5.
Also, real quick, as we're in our Hammond Lumber halftime show, worth noting, too, as you talk about, we won't be here for McDomick and Herman's. Of course, you can watch it on Channel 5. But on this same, anywhere you're listening, minus YouTube, tonight, Maine continues to get the win two in a row.
Looking for a sweep over BU. Anytime you can sweep BU, baby, it's almost as good as sweeping BC.
Yeah, they hammered them pretty good last night. Game 2 tonight at, puck drop 7, pregame,
pregame
6:30.
6:30. Shields and Mahoney on the call tonight. Radio, audio only. Stream it at 1160thescore.com. You can stream it on our Score app, which you can grab for free right now, Google Play in the App Store, or you can go old-fashioned, listen to it on the radio on AM 1160 WSKW, The Score.
And while you're doing that, again, make sure you always keep an eye out, specifically centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, because we already have our games picked out for UMaine next week. We've got women's basketball and men's hockey all again next week as well. So we're at play Central Maine Sports right here, baby.
And guess what I've already started doing?
What do you got?
Making out the winter schedule.
Oh, man, I can't believe
I already got our first game ready to roll.
It's crazy to me that November's almost over, and just as quickly it feels like, we've been doing the fall season forever, coming to its end here, and next thing you know, we'll be back in hockey and basketball.
Doesn't it feel like hockey in the air today?
It does.
That's how we're going to start.
As my dad would define it, this is 100% fall football.
This is absolutely fall football, no question about it.
So make sure as well you check out, if you haven't, Top Plays. I know we'll be back. We were talking about that for the fall season. Legends of the Game we kicked off this summer. If you haven't seen any of those, some really great interviews. An award-winning segment as we talk about basketball season getting ready to start from what we made last year.
I got a call the other day from an old radio warhorse friend of mine who shall remain nameless. He's probably 7 to 10 years older than I am and not as tech savvy as he might like to be. So he called me. I happened to be in the Score studio. He asked me where he could find the Mike Savitsky Legends of the Game piece. Well, I said, that's very simple. All you need to do is go to YouTube and go to Central Maine Sports. He couldn't figure it out. So I walked him through it. I felt like it was role reversal, like it was my son helping me, which he had done the weekend before, set up Fubo on my television. So I'm walking this fella through Legends of the Game, and he gets there finally. I can tell he's there, and he's, Mike McGee, Paula Dowdy, I've got to watch all these. I said, yes, you do. And he went and subscribed. So with a little help, you can ask your kids or your younger coworkers or whatever to help you get there. It's very simple. Go to YouTube and find Central Maine Sports, and please go and subscribe.
Yeah, please do. I think we got another legend still on the way. We got to get done. And again, some really cool things. I told Mike, but we, of course, our company had the Augusta's largest flea market, which was a huge success last weekend at the Civic Center. I ran into Saturday because Mike was there with me a good chunk of Sunday. Parker Morin's aunt came and
I heard about this.
Was very lovely. Thanked us for interviewing him, which again is up on our YouTube page. But it's just worth checking. Just check it out.
All right, check out Hassan Hobby as we get ready to roll here in the second half. He is ready to kick it off. Landon Smith is back to return on the near side, and I believe that's Aiden Harvey on the far side. As Hobby gets ready to kick it off, the wind still blowing left to right as Hobby looks at things. And here's the kick. Keeps it low, which is good strategy, and it's a bouncer, and it gets through, picked up at the 12 by Harvey, 15 to the 20 stutter step, and that's it. Fumble right into the hands of Hardy. Touchdown! My goodness gracious sakes alive! The ball right into the hands of Alex Hardy, and he waltzed into the end zone.
That right? Is there any other definition of right place, right time?
I have never seen that in my life. The ball bounced right into the hands of Alex Hardy, and Hardy just waltzed into the end zone. Meanwhile, Harvey is down and hurt at the 20-yard line and being attended to now, so we will have a delay.
Worth noting, Mike, it was actually Hutchinson was on the return.
All right, so Hutchinson got blown up and got hit really hard.
Show you the touchdown. Good gosh. Talk about a break for the Black Raiders at the exact right time.
Did you see whereabouts Hardy picked that ball up? Was it at the 10?
I think that was the
20?
I think it was the 18.
All right, we'll give it 18 yards. So an 18-yard fumble recovery as getting up and getting off the field, Preston Hutchinson, who got absolutely clobbered. And Alex Hardy, the play of his life. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Fortin will hold for Hobby in an attempt to tie it. And he got it up, and it's good. So 10 seconds into the third quarter, Winslow, in a stunning play, gets a fumble recovery, return for a touchdown by Alex Hardy. 11:50 to go in the third. It's 7-7. Foxcroft Academy in Winslow in the Class D North football title game. On The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Well, if you're just tuning in and you thought this was the second half kickoff, you're wrong because it's the second kickoff of the second half, and Hassan Hobby will do it again. And now it's Harvey in there to return along with Smith. A shorty, and it is picked up by the up man. That's Topolsky. Topolsky over the 35 and hit there and down at the 36-yard line. Tackled on the play by Samuel Berg, a freshman on special teams. So a play that I don't think I've ever seen before. We've seen Preston Roy rip the ball out of the hands of a Mesolansky player and return it for a touchdown. This was a fumble recovery that just plopped into the air, right into the hands of Hardy, who took it into the end zone.
I think that was the closest example you can come to of accidental offense in football.
Exactly. You are correct. That's a very good observation. So 7-7. Griffin Caruso brings him out. 2 left, 1 right. 2 backs in the backfield for Caruso. Calls for the ball, turns, hands it off. This is Smith. Smith 40, 42. Bottom of the pile, Broderick Bimson on the tackle. And on the ball carry there, Landon Smith, the 5'10", 155-pound junior, graduating in 2026. It looks so odd to look at this roster.
Like Foxcroft Academy fixture years.
They have players who will graduate in 2028.
That's not okay.
They are freshmen. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Caruso turns, hands it off to Smith yet again, and Smith meets a pile, but he breaks away from it. And sticking with it there, Landon Smith looked like he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, didn't settle for that. Finally finished off there by Jacob Garcia, but a great run. A lot of power there from Smith and a first down run to the 49-yard line.
Smith being able to do that lets Foxcroft Academy keep Holmes fresher for later in the game.
Wide to the right side, Lucas Sands. 2 backs in the backfield for Caruso. Caruso in the belly of Holmes with a run over midfield to the 48-yard line. Finn Holmes finished off by Broderick Bimson. Holmes has the Foxcroft Academy touchdown, a 15-yard run, 59 seconds into the second quarter. And he got 3 there. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Again, I think the Winslow defense you hold Foxcroft Academy to 7 points the first half. You feel like you've played pretty well. Can you get some help from your offense?
Second down and 7 for Caruso. Stacked to the left. Caruso turns. Holmes is there, 45. He powers ahead of first down, and Finn Holmes has to be gang tackled at the 40. IAS on the bottom of the pile. Also on the bottom of the pile for Winslow, Eli Overlock. But a first down run for Holmes, who is a powerful, powerful running back.
Actually, that carry again was Smith. And all of a sudden, Smith in the first half, 4 carries, 8 yards. He's carried the ball 3 times here in the second half, 20 yards. He's finding some open space.
First and 10 from the 40. Smith to the right of Caruso. 2 left, 2 right. Caruso to throw it. Looking right side, loads it up down the right sideline. It is almost caught one-handed by Sands. Giovanni Garcia back there in coverage, but Sands with those long arms almost able to pull that in. It's a long incompletion.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Winslow got the benefit there because I think the reason Sands went for one-handed, I think he had his hand pinned to him by the defender, but the ref coming from the inside of the field, all he sees is the defender going up for the ball, so I think a break there for the Black Raiders.
Second and 10 from the Winslow 40 in a 7-7 ball game. Wide to the left side is Sickler. Wide to the right side, Sands. On second down, the turn, the give to Smith. Smith bounces inside 35. Big hole 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown! Landon Smith. A 40-yard jaunt for a score. And Foxcroft Academy back in front, 13-7.
Right on cue. I think Winslow got the benefit of the refs not calling. I think there was a hold there right in the middle of the line against Foxcroft Academy that goes uncalled, and so you get a little evening out there, so to speak.
So a 40-yard run. Here is Harvey for the conversion. Caruso will hold, and we've got movement coming through the line, Garcia. Let's see if Garcia committed the infraction or was drawn through.
Let me give credit where credit is due while we wait for this call. Jonathan McCaslin said the barn is about to catch fire, excited for a second-half shootout, which, of course, I rolled my eyes at because it was 7-0 at half. All of a sudden, we got 2 touchdowns in 4 minutes. Not even.
Penalty was on Winslow, half the distance.
So what a yard.
So a very short conversion attempt here for Aiden Harvey. Got it down, and it is up. It is good. 9:32 to go in the third. All of a sudden, we got touchdown after touchdown, 2 in 2 minutes, 28 seconds. The score from Weatherby Complex at Hamden Academy is Foxcroft Academy 14, Winslow 7. This is live coverage of the Class D North football title game on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Foxcroft Academy Ponies didn't stay tied with Winslow for long. They go 69 yards for a touchdown. The final 40 by Landon Smith. And they're back in front 14-7. Back to return, Alex Hardy, who scored the Winslow touchdown on a fumble recovery. He's in the middle. Near side is Broderick Bimson. Far side is Isaiah Costigan.
Worth noting, special teams play was a big deciding factor in the player of the game last night for us.
Sure was.
So
Ben Robbins was great for the Falmouth Navigators.
Yeah, I think the equivalent of a hockey assist for 2 touchdowns and then 1 of his own.
Harvey blasts a good low long kick. It's going to go all the way to the end zone. Just barely. Hardy wishing for it to go into the end zone, and it did.
We don't have him mic'd up, but I think I can confidently confirm that Hardy at that point in time was going.
Yes.
Because that is just miscommunication. They kicked that through the wickets, and it looked like somebody, both Hardy and I think Costigan were like, you got that right.
So Winslow will take over at the 20-yard line on the touchback. 1st and 10. Their touchdown coming on special teams. The offense has struggled. First and 10 from the 20 for this double wing. Tucker Pomerleau brings him out. Pomerleau, it's the Winslow special. Not much there in the middle of that line. Let's see where they spot him down.
That's a whole mass of humanity there.
Sure is. And how about 3? Second down and 7.
By the way, commenters debating as you and I went into halftime that was that the hardest sack we've seen this season? I think so. He got popped in the half.
Second down and 7 from the 23. Hand off to Fortin. Fortin runs into the pile, dropped the ball. He ran into a stack of players and dropped the ball. That was almost a butt fumble.
That ran right into his offensive lineman, just lost his grip, and then he had to drop down on it right there and ends up, I think, losing a yard.
Back to the 22, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. We've got a running clock, 8:35 to go in the third, 14-7, Foxcroft Academy. All right, Pomerleau brings him out. 3rd and 8 from their own 22-yard line. Wind blowing across the field left to right as Winslow looks at things. Here's the turn. Here's Hobby. Sweep right. Hobby, 25, and down there. Boy, talk about pursuit to the football there. Absolutely stellar defense on the play by Finn Egan. So it will be, it's Eigen apparently, E-I-G-A-N. So Finn Eigen on the tackle. It is 4th and long, 4th and about 6, and Winslow's going to have to punt. So Eigen makes the play. Back to return the punt is Aiden Harvey. Hassan Hobby is now taking over the punting duties in this game.
I wonder what the wind, maybe, stronger leg.
If that was the case, why wouldn't he punt all year? High punt, good punt. Harvey calls fair catch, makes it. Juggle at the 48. He was hit by Fortin. They want a flag, they being Foxcroft Academy, and they might have a point.
It depends. I'm curious what the ruling is because Fortin. So when you take a hit, and Fortin could have blasted him and obviously held up. That being said, I think illegal contact is illegal contact.
They will let it go, so to speak. So Foxcroft Academy takes over at the 48.
To that point, that sideline judges, of course, you saw the reaction and probably heard it as we're sitting him on Foxcroft Academy side, immediately came in shaking his head no.
Sure did. Wide to the right side is Sands. He hasn't caught a ball yet today. Here's Caruso with a shotgun. The turn, the handoff, and Holmes gets leveled. Broderick Bimpson put a hurting on Finn Holmes there and smacked him down, a loss of about half a yard.
Bimpson snowed under his blocker, which allowed him to make a tackle, and Finn Holmes, his helmet collided hard with his offensive lineman there.
Broderick Bimpson is a football player. He does dirty, dirty work. A junior, 5'8", 185. He hits hard. Wide to the right side, Sands.
Sands looks like he's going to be on an island.
Caruso, little shovel pass to Topolsky. Topolsky avoids the grip there of Bimpson. Doesn't get much as Winslow covered it well. IAS on the bottom of the pile. Jacob Garcia as well. And a modest gain by Topolsky of about 3 or so. Just getting into Winslow real estate. And it'll be 3rd down here. 3rd down and 7.
That's, by the way, the first Pony with a second catch. 5 different receivers caught a ball in the first half. Again, Caruso coming into the second half was 5 for 8 for, it was like 22 yards. So a very mortal first half performance.
3rd and 7 after what he had against them in the regular season. 3rd down and 7 from the 49. Big play here for Winslow. Wide left is Sickler. Sands wide to the right. Caruso with a gun. Man in motion. They shovel it off inside to Topolsky. Breaks a tackle. First down 40 to the 35. And Silas Topolsky moves the sticks and more on 3rd and long. He is down to the 33-yard line of the Black Raiders. So a 16-yard pass play. A first down for Foxcroft Academy at the 33. So on 3rd and 7, that shovel pass gets busted for 16.
Right back to it, same play.
First and 10 from the 33. Wide to the left side is Sickler. Topolsky slot left. Sands wide right. Back to throw Caruso. Launches downfield. Sands diving. Can't make the play at the 3-yard line. He was there, as was Giovanni Garcia. Ball a little underthrown, so it's a long incompletion, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, with Sands' size, if you're Garcia cheating inside there, you put that up and over, Sands easily going to catch that, be able to go over his shoulder and walk into the end zone.
Today's game brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where Carson trucks always cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com. 2nd and 10 from the 33 for Caruso and company. Caruso into the belly of Smith. Smith has a 40-yard touchdown run. He's not going 40 here. Of course, he only needs to go 33, but he only gets about a yard.
That's good backside pursuit there. I think defensive tackle tracked him down on the backside as his defender, as the outside did a nice job walling up.
So give him a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. Seth Bard on the tackle for Winslow. Also Benjamin Thomas in on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 9. So another 3rd and long facing this Winslow defense. They need a stop. Sands to the right, slot out there, Topolsky. Wide to the left side is Sickler. On 3rd and 9 from the Winslow 32. The turn, the give to Holmes. Holmes belted! Broderick Bimpson got him again. Certainly 2-down territory here for Foxcroft Academy, but Broderick Bimpson was having none of that.
He was waiting there right for him.
So 4th and 7 from the 30. Smith checking out of the game. Finn Holmes back in the game.
That was Holmes on that carry, too. So I got to imagine, we'll see. They like that jet sweep, but I think you're Winslow, and I'm going to guess it's Garcia, and it is. You got to watch big number 11 here.
4th and 7 from the 30. Trips right. 1 to the left. Holmes, the running back, and a timeout called by Danny White of Foxcroft Academy. 3:49 to go in the 3rd. Foxcroft Academy driving, but they need to convert on 4th down. 3:49 left to go. It's Foxcroft Academy 14, Winslow 7. More in a moment on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
All right, an opportunity for the Winslow defense to make a play here and get the ball back for this Winslow offense, which certainly has struggled today, but you want to give them another opportunity here. 4th and 7. Foxcroft Academy taking all the time they could there.
Yeah, again, we talked about it a ton pregame. You mentioned it, I think, at halftime, too. The Foxcroft Academy team averages almost 33 points a game. Defense played well, but huge play right here.
4th and 7 from the 30 for Caruso and company. All spread out. Back to throw. Has time. Launches one downfield. There is Topolsky. Touchdown! Beautiful throw by Griffin Caruso. Cradled right into the hands of Simon Topolsky. It's a 30-yard strike, and it's 20-7 Foxcroft Academy.
And that one, just spread them out. Can't play. Everybody has to play man coverage. Don't get much of a rush. In fact, I think IBS slipped on his rush, as you'll see on the Mid-State Machine replay here in a second. And Topolsky just too fast.
Harvey for the conversion. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Snap good. Ball down. Kick is up. He pulled it, but he got it through. So Harvey converts, and this Foxcroft Academy offense, you can feel them heating up. They are simmering for sure. 3:43 to go in the 3rd. All of a sudden, it's a 2-score lead for the Ponies. It's Foxcroft Academy 21, Winslow 7. Back after this on The Score.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew, which today has Tyler Rigney on camera, Mrs. Tyler Rigney doing our stats and graphics here this afternoon. And this game so resembling last night's game.
Again, I feel like the Winslow defense played pretty well. Talk about what this Foxcroft Academy offense can do, much like last night. At some point, the offense has got to be one of the phases that helps out.
Exactly, and they haven't been able to do it as of yet. Harvey. First game, they only had a field goal. This game, they don't have an offensive touchdown. It came on special teams. Garcia, that line drive, and Jacob Garcia blasts up to the 46, 47-yard line. That was a line drive kick. Garcia, an up man around the 30-yard line, speared it and just put his head down and drove up to the 46-yard line. That's one of the best plays of the day for Winslow.
I do think Garcia does play tight end on offense. If he doesn't, I think I'm going back to the huddle being like, Coach, put me in. Let's run something down the seam. Look at those hands.
1st and 10 from the 46. They come out, spread out. Pomelo is in the shotgun. A rarity indeed. Costigan's wide to the right. Winslow down 21-7. Going to try something different. Fakes right. Now Pomelo throws it, and it is incomplete. Nobody in the area, really. He had Costigan to the left and Fortin to the right. Fortin was, I guess, in the area code, and it's incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Now, you're Winslow faithful there. I think you held your breath for a second because that one looked like it was sort of just thrown up for grabs. He ended up being able to muscle it most of the way to the sideline.
2nd and 10, 3:32 to go in the third. Winslow needs a touchdown. Their only touchdown today, a fumble recovery by Alex Hardy on special teams. That was brought back to the end zone for a score. 2nd and 10 from the 46. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Pomelo is out as a receiver to the right, and Costigan playing quarterback. Nope, Fortin playing quarterback. The give, no, he faked it to Broderick Bimson, and Fortin keeps it. A Wildcat-style thing, and he got nothing.
He gave it up. Bimson would have lost yards. Fortin gets nothing, but both of them get hit very hard.
So 3rd and 10. Clock at 3:05 to go in the third.
And then near midfield, you know this is 4-down territory, even not time and situation as well. Got to get a chunk here, though.
3rd and 10 from the 46. Pomelo back at quarterback in the gun. Hobby comes in motion. They hand it off to him. This is a run. Right side, Hobby, 50, and pulled down from behind. Let's see what this penalty is. Thomas Day with the tackle. And it's going to be a hold on Winslow.
Now you can see here, we'll show you one more time as they mark it off on the Mid-State Machine Instant Replay. Defender's going to burst through there and get basically grabbed and tackled by 2 different Winslow offensive linemen.
Easy to see.
Something to note, I didn't mention at halftime. I'll take a second here, Mike. At half, Foxcroft Academy had 5 yards of penalties, still just has 5 yards in penalties. Winslow had 45, now up to 56. And again, not a ton, but it's adding up. And again, they're just mistakes you can't afford.
Makes the offense, which is struggling already, have to work that much harder. This is not a team that can get, against this kind of defense, big yardage on plays. They have overloaded the right, trips right, Pomelo to throw. Looking left, fires out in the left. It's caught out there. It's Hardy. Hardy makes a move, breaks away. No, he is wrapped up and finished off out there. Good tackle by Sickler. And it will be 4th down and 10.
Hardy, nice move there, but again, good pursuit. Normally you hope in those spread out routes, if you can break one tackle, you can potentially try and squirt up the far sideline. That being said, that was Parmelo's first completion.
So 4th and 10, Hobby will punt. Back to return Silas Topolsky, who has a 30-yard touchdown catch today.
I'd watch for a fake. Winslow, at some point, you just can't keep giving the ball back to Foxcroft.
Hobby Going to kick it. Nice kick. High spiral, calling for a fair catch. Topolsky up the 20. Makes the play. And that's where Foxcroft Academy will start their third drive of the third quarter. 1st and 10 at the 20.
And here, Foxcroft Academy, chance to, I think, really put this one away. They've shown they can be methodical today, but, I mean, you go up 3 scores, get into the fourth quarter, burn some of that clock. Feel like with the way you've been able to hold this Winslow offense in check, you're punching your ticket to the state championship.
It's looking good, put it that way. Winslow has got to make a play here defensively and get a turnover. 1st and 10 from the 20. Griffin Caruso. Landon Smith is his running back. The turn, the give to Smith, right up the gut. Powers to the 25, maybe the 26.
I think maybe there, Foxcroft Academy actually giving Winslow a little bit of their medicine, because all of a sudden, that first half, Winslow was really aggressive at the point of attack. Now, Smith specifically starting to find some more space.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. 1:20 to go in the quarter. Sands wide to the right. Topolsky slot left. Smith, the running back. 2nd and 4. Caruso taking his time here. Milk the clock. There's the 10-second wave. Smith again. Bounces. Can't get away from the tackle there of Benjamin Thomas.
Nice job, Winslow bowing up there. I think Smith, technically going to be no game, but maybe loss of a half yard. No, they gave him the full yard.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. We'll run with it. 3rd down and 5. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. 21-7. Foxcroft Academy in the lead.
Winslow's done a pretty decent job today, Mike. Foxcroft's faced a lot of these 3rd mediums, 3rd and longs. They've just picked up enough of them.
Ponies come out, 20 seconds left in the quarter. 3rd down and 5 from their own 25-yard line for Griffin Caruso. And we have movement. Right tackle did jump. But let's see.
I'm pretty positive that's on the tackle.
Referee David Vayu talking it over with the line judge. Here's the call. It is procedure on the offense.
How about that? 3rd and 10. That's just the 2nd penalty on Foxcroft today, a big one. Winslow can find a stop in him.
Yep, that'll run the clock out because they'll start it now, and that is it for the 3rd quarter. So as we go to the 4th, the Foxcroft Academy Ponies in the driver's seat in this Class D North Football Championship game. The score at the end of 3, Foxcroft Academy 21 and Winslow 7. This is state championship football on the score.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
3rd quarter breakdown from the Weatherby Complex here at Hamden Academy, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. The quarter started off with a bang. Winslow kicked off to Foxcroft Academy, and the ball popped out at the 18-yard line, and it was returned for a touchdown by Alex Hardy. As blown up on the play was Preston Hutchinson. The ball squirted out. Hardy right there. Alex on the spot, brought it in. Winslow tied the game at 7. Didn't stay tied for long, just 2 minutes, 18 seconds later. Landon Smith a 40-yard touchdown run, then Caruso a 30-yard pass to Topolsky. It's 21-7. 3rd quarter breakdown presented by 201 Service in Skowhegan. Let's go to the 4th.
Winslow got a chance here. Can you find a stop when you really need one?
Need one here. 3rd down and 10 from the 25-yard line for this Foxcroft Academy offense. Griffin Caruso.
Is the sun threatening to come out?
It's threatening to. It's a threat right now. Caruso back to throw. Looking, has time. Loads it up, downfield to Polsky. Jump ball picked up by Hardy. Alex Hardy with an athletic play jumped up in front of Topolsky and picked it off.
What a bear paw of an interception there. I thought that was just going to be a knockdown, but he ends up not only getting a paw on that one, but bringing it in, and talk about needing a play. Winslow finds one from Alex Hardy.
Hardy has been Alex on the spot today.
Let's not forget, in the first playoff game against Madison, he had 3 interceptions in that game.
He has been perhaps their best player today.
He's got the
First
tutty.
and 10 from the 46. Winslow needs a touchdown. And we've got a flag down here.
It's got to be lined up offside.
Dead ball foul, and this, again, Winslow crushing themselves with stupid penalties.
And that's the definition of one. You just broke the huddle. Here you go, Mike. So that, for Winslow, is their 8th penalty. Of their 8 penalties, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Excuse me, 4 of those penalties have been these procedure ones. Let's not forget, one of them gave a free first down on a 4th down to Foxcroft early.
1st and 15 from the 49. Pomerleau is in the shotgun. Hands it off to Broderick Bimson, 45. Bimson is knocked down at the 42-yard line, but a solid run there by the junior fullback from Winslow. Gets down to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 9. And it'll be 2nd down. 6. 2nd and 6.
Winslow, like you said, needs 7 out of this drive.
You send 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Actually, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. The running back is Bimson. Coming in motion, Fortin. Hands to Fortin. Fortin with Bimson out in front, cuts back against the grain and struggles to get about a yard. Good coverage there on the defensive side of things. Finn Eigen made the stop right near the 40-yard line of Foxcroft Academy. It'll be 3rd and 5, so give him a yard. 3rd and 5.
Early on, Winslow, of course, likes to use those sweeps when they're packed in tight. They sweep both Hobby and Fort in different directions. Problem is, again, Foxcroft Academy's got some real athletes, and here in the second half, I think we've seen them kind of establish a push on the line, which lets the second level flow in.
3rd and 5 from the 40. Pomerleau in the gun, 2 and 2. And he might have pulled him offside. We've talked about how good he is at that, and he did. He drew them offside, so they get the 5 yards they just lost back, and it should be enough to give him a first.
And what a bit we talked about early. Winslow hadn't really been in a chance to use it with a lot of third and longs of their own, but what a veteran QB play there to steal one.
So that'll put the ball at the 35-yard line of Foxcroft Academy. 1st and 10, tick, tick, tick. 10-17 to go in the 4th quarter. Got to score here.
Yeah, Winslow cannot leave this drive without 7.
Costigan and Fortin go out to the right. Hardy and Hobby go out to the left. Bimson, the running back. They are all spread out. 1st and 10 from the 35. Low snap handled. It's going to be Pomerleau keeping it himself, but on his back is Aiden Bryant after a gain of about a yard.
I think that was a low snap, and instead of just trying to force it to Bimson, I think he just decided he was going to run.
You know, you might be right.
And get what he could. He only gets a yard, though.
He got down to the 34. 2nd down and 9. And Winslow, again, they take a lot of time to get a play off, and they need to score quickly. All right, 3 out to the right, and Pomerleau is one who is out to the left. It's Fortin at quarterback. 2nd and 9. Fortin going to run it himself. Stop, stutter, step, and nowhere to go. All over that for Foxcroft Academy. Thomas Day. Also Finn Holmes in there. And also 54, Aiden Bryant.
The problem with that is I think if you're Foxcroft Academy, feel pretty confident Fortin's not chucking it. So you kind of just get downhill as fast as you can, and it loses half a yard.
Yeah, Costigan played some quarterback last year. I'm surprised that he's not a part of any package at quarterback for Winslow this year, although he's not a great thrower either. 8.5 to go. 3rd and 9 from the 34. Trips right. Pomerleau's back at quarterback. Bimson to his left in the backfield, the lone running back. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw Pomerleau. Has plenty of time, surveys the field, now scrambles right. Scrambles, fires it up there. It's up for grabs, tipped and incomplete. It was tipped originally by Hardy. Costigan almost had a chance to get the tip, but it went over his hands and fell incomplete.
That's a heck of an effort there by Hardy. Nearly came all the way back to snag it. I think he overran it a little bit. But to your point, Pomerleau all day, good coverage from the Ponies defense.
So 4th and 9. Incompletion stops the clock with 8:07 to go. 4th and 9. They've got to get to the 25. Here we go, Ponies! Wide to the right, Costigan. Fortin is the slot. Wide to the left, Hardy. Hobby is the slot. 4th and 9. Pomerleau in the gun. Coming in motion, Hobby. They give it to Hobby. Now they give it to Fortin. Fortin's going to throw it. Looking downfield for Hardy. Knocked down. And that's the play to make there by Aiden Sickler. On 4th down, knock it down, and he did. And the Ponies are going to take over at their own 34-yard line, leading 21-7.
I think pretty well thrown ball. I think Hardy didn't do Fortin any favors as he ran back inside. And I don't know what the route construction is, but he ran into safety coverage. I think he breaks outside. Fortin could have gotten it to him there and given him a pretty decent chance.
So with 8 minutes to go exactly in the ball game, it is 1st and 10 for Foxcroft Academy at their own 34-yard line, leading 21-7. Caruso in the belly of Smith. Smith cuts off left tackle and gets a couple there. He's up over the 35 to the 36, almost the 37-yard line. It will be 2nd down. We'll give him 2, 2nd down and 8. Caruso over to talk to Danny White.
Again, I think credit Winslow defense. If you would have told me, Mike, ahead of this one, Winslow's going to hold Foxcroft to potentially 21 points, I would have given him a decent chance.
Absolutely. 2nd and 8 from the 36. Caruso in the gun. Backs to either side of him. Taking his time. Turns. Second man through, and that is Holmes. He bashes up to the 50. Finn Holmes, a 1st down to midfield. Don't forget, after the game, we'll select our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. 13-yard pickup there for Finn Holmes. Got the ball up to midfield. 1st and 10. A running clock, 7 minutes to go. Winslow needed to score on that drive. Twins left, one to the right. Backs to either side of Griffin Caruso. Caruso is a real good field general. Here's Holmes again, smashing down to the 40, to the 38. Finn Holmes is a load. He runs downhill like a bread truck.
And again, I think that's why Smith obviously gets a lot of carries. Holmes, that was his 12th carry right there. Smith already had 12 carries. Keep him fresh for this exact moment. You can ride, as they say, put a stamp on his butt. He's U.S. Postage. He's going to take you home.
Indeed. 1st and 10 from the 39. Tick, tick, tick. 6:18. Same formation. Twins left. Backs to either side of Caruso. Holmes on one side and Smith on the other. Holmes gets this one, and somebody's got a hold of his leg and ain't going to let go. I think that was Broderick Bimson who had a hold of the leg of Finn Holmes. Held on for dear life. It might have been Nick McCann, actually, 36. And so it's a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
One of the offensive linemen pancaked one of the defenders going low, but in doing so, Bimson was able to get under it and grab Holmes before he could really get anywhere.
2nd and 8 from the 37. Caruso with Smith behind him in an I formation out of the shotgun. And it's milk the clock time.
Waiting for that 10-second count.
There's the wave. Caruso to Smith. Smith weaving through traffic, breaks a tackle to the 30, still going. 2 hands on the ball. There's a flag down. It's taken an entire team to get him down. And Smith finally down at the 21-yard line. Let's wait to see what the flag is.
I think it's going to be a face mask, I believe. Yep.
So they will tack on yardage to the great run by Landon Smith, who's got a 40-yard score in this game and showed some powerful running there.
Yeah, so he picked
up
a
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, he picked up 16 and then 5 more, so 21 just like that.
And all of a sudden, the Ponies are at the 16, threatening to score.
Game icer right here.
Twins right, 1 left. Smith the back. Caruso's going to run it himself. Nope, that's not Caruso. That's Harvey. Harvey out of the Wildcat, and Harvey, we got a flag down behind the play.
Oh, don't.
Harvey's down. We've got another flag over there on that side of the field. So Aiden Harvey in the Wildcat.
Yeah, Garcia dove in late, as you can see on the mid-state machine. That's just not a smart play. We'll see if they get him for it. I think you certainly have an argument.
We might have offsetting penalties here.
I'm going to guess hold and then the legal shift, I believe.
Is that the only penalty? That's the only penalty.
Winslow's lucky. You could have called personal foul late hit.
So that is the only penalty. It'll put the it'll put the Ponies back at the 21. The clock will start. 4:45 to go. And after all that, it's 1st and 15 at the 16. First and 15 at the 21.
For Foxcroft Academy, of course, you want to score the game icer here, but clock's still running. You're not necessarily upset about having to pick up 5 more. Just means you can burn more clock.
Backs to either side.
I think it's still Harvey.
That is still Harvey in the Wildcat. And Harvey waiting for the wave from the referee or the back judge. Harvey tries to go left. He's wrapped up by Nick McCann, who just drove him down.
He's going to get up slow because he landed right on the football with a defensive tackle on him as well.
Nick McCann is a load.
And it was not a soft landing either.
So Harvey up and over to the sidelines to talk to Danny White, and I think Caruso is going to get sent back in here.
It also looked like that was supposed to at least be an option because he put it out there and nobody even offered at it. So, again, I think a little miscommunication there, and Harvey's the one that pays for it.
Caruso back in at quarterback. 3:40 left in this one. 2nd and 17 at the 23. Twins right, 1 left for Caruso. He's got Holmes to his left, Smith to his right. Hand off to Holmes. Holmes, big gaping hole, 15. Breaks a tackle, touchdown! And there's the coup de grace for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. A 23-yard ramble job by Finn Holmes to finish it off.
Woo.
Oh, he's not in. I take it all back. He's down at the 1. It's a 22-yard run and 1st and goal at the 1. I thought he was in.
I guess my guess is when he went out to reach, knee came down.
So they ruled his knee down at the 1-yard line. So a 22-yard run. 1st and goal at the 1 for Caruso. You got to give it to Holmes again.
Which for Foxcroft, down at the 1, not exactly the worst thing either.
Caruso gives it to Holmes. Touchdown! So Holmes is rewarded for that 22-yard run with the handoff there for a 1-yard run. And it caps off a 66-yard drive, and it's 27-7 pending the conversion.
And that was the game icer right there.
Harvey trying to put point number 28 on the board. Down. The kick is no good. Pushed it to the right. 2:50 to go in this one. Foxcroft Academy is 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from the regional championship here in the North in Class D. The score, Foxcroft Academy 27, Winslow 7. More playoff football after this on The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. Because every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
So Finn Holmes certainly has played his way into being the clubhouse leader for our flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game with a touchdown, his second, and his 22-yard run set up his 1-yard run.
Not to mention he had that big run to get him started. Really just went to him and let him carry him home on that drive.
2:50 to go, and Harvey will kick off. Hardy in the middle, Costigan near side, and far side Broderick Bimson. Here's the kick by Harvey. Nice high driving kick, and it's Hardy at the 12 to the 15, 20, to the right 25. There's a lane out there, 30. He gets around the corner. Somebody's got a handful of jersey, and Silas Topolsky sweeps him out of bounds there, and there is a flag down. We've got extracurricular activity. Garcia going at it with 23.
And he's going to get the flag, too.
Eamon Vandermast.
Ref already marked it off. Garcia with the whatever the naughty business was.
So that'll back Winslow up. And there's been too much of that today.
Again, so this about 15 yards. This will be the 10th penalty on Winslow, if my math's correct, for 81 yards.
Yeah, and when you're a major underdog in a game.
Wow, they just called it holding.
You can't have 10 penalties.
No.
1st and 10 Winslow from the 29. Pomerleau going to keep it himself. I'm not sure if that was the design of the play or not. He took one step back.
I think it was that little false fake pitch that he runs occasionally. I think he took a step back, faked it, and then, of course, he goes up.
Couple of yards, 2nd down and 8. And the Foxcroft Academy Ponies can feel it.
I think you I don't think they were necessarily worried, but sort of a collective sigh after Holmes punched that last one in, as Foxcroft looks to head to the Class D state championship and try and take care of some unfinished business named Wells.
Indeed. That ain't easy. 1st and 10 from the 30. Sweep left side. This is Fortin, and Fortin is drilled.
That was 2 yards for Parmos for 2nd and 8, and I think Fortin probably just got back to the line of scrimmage. That's where that side ref's standing. Yep.
So Foxcroft Academy will make a trip to Lewiston next week.
Some real good offenses, regardless. You find yourself in Portland for A and B or Lewiston for C and D. Some real good offenses either way.
3rd and 8. Handoff right side, Hassan Hobby. Hobby finds a hole. There's a flag down. He's down 2 over the 35. Near the 37-yard line, Landon Smith finished him off, but a flag is back at the 34.
And Hobby, he doesn't look like it, but he is hard to take down, and that's not a good sign. Is that Finn? I think Holmes is the one slow to get up. He's in a lot of pain.
Holmes up on a knee.
He was going to, I think, get it up and just try and walk it off.
Yep.
And you see him. Gimpy.
That's
a concern for the Ponies. Hopefully he's okay. Maybe just Charlie horse or something.
Got a chop block on Winslow called. So penalty number 11 as Holmes stumbles off. Get him to the bench and take a look.
That's the 15-yard variety.
So that'll back Winslow up to the 18. 27-7, Foxcroft Academy. 1:10 away.
Yeah, so for the Winslow, they had 5 penalties in the first half. That's their 6 here in the second half, 91 yards of penalties.
3rd down and a mile, 3rd and 21. Pomerleau's back to throw. Fires it up there, and all kinds of maroon bodies there, and unable to haul it in was Sickler. The intended receiver, Liam Fortin, it's incomplete.
Sickler was slow to get up there. He had a chance, and
he got another Foxcroft Academy player down. That's 54 for the Ponies, Aiden Bryant. He's got a knee issue. We've got a flag down, too. So the Ponies dropping like flies here.
Yeah, Topolsky, he got up. He's okay. Take that back. He's holding his face mask. He's feeling it, but see him walking into the screen there. Now we'll get a close-up of the player who is down, but he hit hard trying to pick that one off. Foxcroft Academy in victory, has a victory in hand here. And like you said, starting to get dinged up.
And you want to get the second troops in there real quick. There's no need to have any starter in there at this point.
Finn Holmes is walking around okay on the sideline here, so good news, I think, for the Ponies there. I imagine he's not going to go back out there, but he looks like he's okay.
And there's a big penalty on Foxcroft Academy that puts the ball up to the 33. I didn't see what the call was.
I missed that. It's 15 yards.
Yep. So
it's an automatic first down, I think is what the ref's telling him.
Yep. So it's some sort of personal foul, and finally up and walking off is Aiden Bryant. A little bit of a limp there on that right leg. So he gets off the field, and now he needs help.
Ooh, they don't like seeing that. He was he's limping, and then decided he couldn't put any pressure on that right foot.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the 33, 57.9 seconds left. Pomerleau. Up the gut to Bimson. Bimson breaks to the outside. Bimson trying to break away, can't. Up near the 40-yard line, Broderick Bimson is rolled out of bounds. That stops the clock with 45.3 seconds left, and he got 6 or so.
And by the way, with that carry and just kind of the day, Hobby and Fortin, ironically enough, tied with 33 yards apiece. Bimson on that one picked up 6, gives him 30, so he's got a chance to be the leading rusher on the day.
It's after Hobby and Fortin had 9 million yards last week combined.
Yeah, over 500, the two of them.
2nd down and 4. A pitch, a handoff. Here is Fortin. Fortin to the outside, now back to the inside, and he breaks free. Another flag is down as he is down at midfield. And we've got holding on Winslow.
Yeah, 65 going to draw the penalty for Winslow as he had Harvey by the helmet, as you see there, and that's, of course, what the Foxcroft crowd was upset about.
So the penalties pile up for the Raiders. It's a moot point at this point.
They move back from the
so put them at the 35.
That was way downfield. They actually picked up 2 yards.
And the clock has started, so I'm not sure Winslow's going to be able to get a play off, and I'm not sure that they have any ambition to get a play off as it hits 20 seconds. They have time. Clock at 12. For what it's worth, 2nd and 8. They're going to throw it. Pomerleau flings it downfield, looking down there for Isaiah Costigan. It's incomplete. Time for one more play with 4.3 seconds to go.
Topolsky had a chance there. He makes that interception. Maybe player of the game discussion happening.
He's got a shot at the flagship Cinema's player of the game.
He was my lead dog before I think Holmes punched in that second tutty. Actually, just that last drive because it was pretty much Holmes the whole way.
All right, one more play, barring a defensive penalty. And Foxcroft Academy will get ready to head to Lewiston next week.
One more, boys!
3rd down and 65, basically.
True.
Pomerleau. A handoff after a handoff. Here's Hobby to the 45-yard line, and that is it. It is all over. The Foxcroft Academy Ponies were tied up 10 seconds into the 3rd quarter by Winslow, and then they scored 3 straight touchdowns. Final score in this one, Foxcroft Academy 27 and the Winslow Black Raiders 7. The Ponies are the Class D North state champions. We will take a timeout, come back with our post-game show, our score, Flagship Cinema's Player of the Game, and more next. This is live coverage of high school championship football on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone and Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
Have you been dealing with eye issues, but you keep putting off having an exam? Contact Kennebec Eye Care. Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobek, and Kaylee Brand OD will give you a thorough eye examination to diagnose the issue and create a plan to fix it. Call 872-2797 to schedule an appointment today. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville. Online at KennebeCeyeCare.com. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialist.
27-7 final here. Foxcroft Academy wins the Class D North Football Championship over the Winslow Black Raiders. Time for our fourth quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. One touchdown in the fourth quarter. A lot of possessions by each side, but one score. It finished off a 66-yard drive, and it featured Finn Holmes going for what we thought was a 23-yard touchdown, but he was ruled down at the 1, and they gave him the ball on the next play, justifiably so, and Holmes went in from 1 yard out. Harvey missed the extra point. By that time, it did not matter. Again, it caps off a 66-yard drive, came at the 9-10 mark of the fourth quarter, made it 27-7, and obviously that was the final score. And our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Real quick as we get ready to break this down, and we'll, of course, show you the presentation here. Hutchinson, who was on that kick return that he ended up losing that Hardy scored on,
got hit
teammate
hard.
Carried him down to the end zone where the teams were gathered and then helped him limp over here. So I think out of all the dings that we saw the Ponies players pick up there late, Hutchinson looked like he might actually have an affliction that might be longer term.
He is the player who was returning the ball when Alex Hardy, that is, recovered the fumble that was caused by the big hit. I forget who the big hit was on the play for Winslow, but the ball came out and it was returned for a score by Alex Hardy. As it turned out, the only score of the game for the Winslow Black Raiders as the Raiders accept their runner-up trophy.
And again, for Winslow, talk about last season, Parmelo goes down right before the season starts, kind of muck about, end up having your season cut short by Foxcroft Academy, and not where it wanted to end, obviously, for the Black Raiders, but unsurprisingly, when Winslow plays football, they usually add hardware to the trophy case.
Yep, they're going to bring home something here as the Ponies celebrate and bring the trophy over here, which is the Foxcroft Academy side. And it is Topolsky parading that trophy to the fans here, and it will be a happy trek back to Dover Foxcroft later on this afternoon for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. And looking downstairs, watching Hutchinson, who is not joining the celebration, he's just sort of standing there. So we wish Preston Hutchinson, a freshman, the best, as he got tagged on that kickoff return.
Which we'll show you now as we wanted to show the trophy presentations, but we'll run through the highlights and take a look at it.
As it turned out, the only Winslow touchdown of the day. There goes Finn Holmes in for a score. As we watch the highlights here, here's Parmelo downfield. This was a pick.
And again, I much like last night, right? I actually thought Lawrence defense had been much maligned most of the season. I thought it was the best phase. Offense just couldn't do anything. This is going to be that kick return, so you're going to see Hutchinson going to take a shot here. Gets tattooed, got tangled up there, pops into Hardy. Again, as I said, I think that's as close as you can get to the football equivalent of accidental offense.
Accidental offense on special teams, no less. And here goes Smith on a 40-yard touchdown run, showing speed and the power that he has as well. And here's the long one down to Topolsky.
On fourth down.
For the score on fourth down after a timeout. They came out of a timeout, and that was the play, and they executed it brilliantly. Alex Hardy certainly had a great game for Winslow with a pick there. And here is Holmes with what I thought was a 23-yard run. They say no, he was down. I'm going to say he was in, and he goes in on the next play to finish it off.
And again, Winslow, I thought defense played pretty well. Talk about a Foxcroft Academy offense that averages almost 33 points a game. Really, I thought they had to kind of slug their way through this one. Credit to the Ponies defense, though. They were able to kind of still do things at the pace they wanted to because the Winslow offense just couldn't get anywhere. Like you said, no points scored by the Black Raiders on offense.
Double wing, they're limited. It's very, very limited. And against a team like this, Foxcroft Academy has a lot of athletes. There's no question about it. And if you can't throw the ball at all out of this, and they really can't, let's face it, they could not with the particular personnel that they have. If you can't throw the ball out of this, you're extremely limited. You cannot soften the defense up at all. They had 7, 8, 9 men up on the line of scrimmage all game long. And why wouldn't they? Until and unless they throw the football effectively enough to keep the defense honest, you're going to stack the box. And that's exactly what happened today. And Fortin and Hobby, who just ran roughshod last week over the John Baptist Crusaders, were absolutely held in check today.
Yeah, just some of the numbers. I think that what's going to surprise me and see what you think, Mike. So Fortin finished with 35 yards on just 15 carries. Not even, I mean, that's barely above 2 yards a carry. Hobby finished with 44 on 7 carries. Surprises me, and again, drives weren't sustained, so I think that's part of the formula. But how about Fortin carrying the ball twice as much as Hobby, 15-7. The two of them who combined for over 300 and I think just close to 320 in the first playoff game against Madison, over 500 in the last playoff game.
But they only had 22 carries combined?
22 combined for 79 yards.
That says a lot, too.
Again, talks about the drive. Parmla only completes one pass on the day, throws the interception. On the other side, again, I thought Winslow's defense played fairly well. Griffin Caruso, you mentioned in the pregame what he did to the Winslow team in the first go-around.
Yeah, 9 of 14 for, what, $170 and 3?
I think 3 touchdowns. Sands had 2. Caruso just 8 for 14 for 71 yards. 4 of those passes go to Topolsky. He finishes 4 catches, 50 yards, and a score. But Sands, 1 catch, 1 yard. I mean, at halftime, he'd completed a pass to 5 different receivers for 21 yards. So he was really held in check. And then Foxcroft Academy, maybe with the weather and kind of recognizing the game, the run game, though, more than took care of it. Smith finished with 92 yards on 13 carries. He had a score. And then Holmes, 88 yards on 15 carries. He finished with 2 touchdowns. But Foxcroft Academy's offense kind of just really mucked through today. Running game did enough, and their defense obviously was pretty good.
Yeah, their defense did the job. They stuffed Winslow's attack. Winslow's attack is very one-dimensional, but when they play and perfect the one dimension of their offense that they've been able to up until today, it's a tough offense to face. But they were no match, this Winslow offense today, for the great defense of the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, as Winslow not able to generate any points at all with their offense. The 1 touchdown came on special teams, and that was it, which leads us to our score player of the game. Certainly several players to choose from. Topolsky had a good game. Also Landon Smith had a good game, but we think Finn Holmes is the guy as you see him go in there for a 1-yard touchdown.
That was the 15-yard.
Oh, that was the 15-yard. Here's the 23-yard touchdown run, which was not, and he goes in on the following play here. So our flagship cinema score player of the game, Finn Holmes, his 2nd touchdown of the day right there. Flagship Cinema's consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. Finn Holmes gets the score swag bag from Central Maine Community College, including a ticket to go to the movies, to Flagship Cinemas, also the fabulous score player of the game keychain.
Wow, how about that? Video streaming season for fall sports now comes to its conclusion.
We are done because the next round, championship round, is, well, the rights are owned by someone else, shall we say. So we go to radio audio only next week. We haven't decided where we're going to go as of yet. We think we know where we're going to go, but we will contemplate it for a couple of days and keep you posted on our social media, and I'll keep you posted on opening drive as well.
Good reminder again, while talking about that schedule, of course, going to be up centralmainsports.com, obviously, 1160score.com, which is where you should go anyway because sports coverage doesn't end. Tonight you've got The Maine Black Bears looking for the sweep against BU tonight. Men's hockey with a 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock puck drop.
That's right. That's audio, radio only. Hear it on the radio, AM 1160, WSKW, The Score. You can stream it live on the Score app. Grab that right now. Google Play or the App Store. If you don't have that, also stream it live on 1160thescore.com. So that's going to wrap it up for us here for now. For the Rigneys, Mary and Tyler. For AJ Knights, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Hamden Academy, where today the Foxcroft Academy Ponies have captured the Class D North Football Championship. Final score in this one, Foxcroft Academy 27 and the Winslow Black Raiders 7.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at CentralMaineSports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or CentralMaineSports.com. Your team from your town plays here on the place for local sports, The Score.